The camp is 160 acres that was donated by Beatrice Johnson, who lived in Johnson County, Arkansas.
Her and Mr. Johnson didn't have any children, and they wanted to make sure the children, the low-income children, had a place to go and come out and camp and enjoy the outdoors.
She liked the idea of the Kiwanis because we help children. And so she donated the camp, the land for the camp, with the intentions specifically that we build a camp for children. In the will that Beatrice left, she stated that she would like the camp be left in as natural state as possible. And so it's our goal to do that with some improvements, of course.
And we've broken the camp down into several different phases. And right now we're in phase 1, which is primitive camping. We've got the campsites laid out. We just need to complete them.
We have cleared some trails, and we're working on currently getting a hiking trail built.
We've completed our first permanent structure, the pavilion.
My name is Jeremiah Donahue, and I am the park interpreter at Mount Nebo State Park in Dardanelle, Arkansas. The Kiwanis Club asked me to come out to this camp today and just do a program for the children. How old trees can get. There is a spiritual connection. There's something that needs to come out and find that comfort and to find that peace that, you know, is hard to find when you're surrounded by steel and concrete. There's something very primal and necessary about getting out into nature and reconnecting with that part of who we are.
They think their whole life's got to be spent with an iPod or, you know, earbuds in and just tune the world out. Well, the world's a great place.
It's very important to get out and get away from that electronic stuff. There's so much of a different vibe out in nature. You need to get out in nature and experience the beauty and the peace of it. The
mission of the camp is to reconnect kids with nature. There's been so many studies done about nature deficit, ADD, grades, behavior disorders.
It's a real life thing with that they're starting to measure right now on brain function and brain development, that, you know, we've lived in nature for all of our existence as humans until now. And so now we can stay within our four walls and never get out and see nature. And psychologists are telling us that there's something to be gained in our heads whenever we get out and see wild things. What I was wanting to do was just really not really a head activity. I wanted them to really get to their heart. So this was like I was wanting them to just get out and have a sensory experience where they get out and see stuff. I was having them find things that were fuzzy. So some of them found some moss, some of them found some leaves that were really fuzzy. There were some kids that brought back an insect had laid eggs on a leaf, and then it grows up sort of like a cancer, and it was all fuzzy.
Talking about ours?
I am. So all kinds of different stuff. But like I said, I just want them to find cool stuff.
Well, we went on a little nature walk out on some trails out here. We found some leaves and stuff that we were told to gather, and just kind of a little scavenger hunt that we went on. We saw a few squirrels, and we saw a deer that was mistaken as a dog, but it was a deer. And we saw a couple rabbits. We hiked up this little trail, and it was pretty steep actually. It was very tiring, but we made it through, and we made our way back. Took us a minute, but we got back here.
So there were very few things where I wanted them to actually identify a tree. Mostly what I was wanting them to do is find something that's fuzzy or find something that's red. I just wanted them to find cool stuff so that they feel good about being out here. And kind of my hope is that maybe some of them will go to state parks and places like that once they get out of high school.
If kids aren't coming out to places like this and learning about them and beginning to care about them, then in the future they're not going to care for them. And we'll lose places like this because the generations that that follow won't care anymore.
Oftentimes, getting away from the stress of everyday life with school, with home, with all those responsibilities, sometimes getting out in nature and, being able to see that there are other children and youth just like you can help bring about some healing that may be needed for a lot of these children.
They don't get a lot of those opportunities, these particular kids that we brought out.
It kind of just helps me relax, really, and just get a view on my perspective. Who doesn't want fresh air? It's great getting to breathe fresh air, not having to be crammed inside school in a classroom around other people. Just, you get to have your own space and roam free.
You can just see that dullness go away, and all of a sudden those eyes sparkle, and it's followed by this huge smile. And you just see the stress and the relief come off of them. That, whatever they may have at home, whatever the situation may be, it's not that way here.
These guys are the ones that wanted to do the trip, and they called me. Normally I'm having to look around and find a place to take kids, and the Kiwanis called me. And not only that, they fed us. They have this pavilion here for us to use. They scheduled Jeremiah to come out. So just a thanks to those guys for setting this up because of all the benefits that my kids are going to get from it.
Donations will be essential to this camp's development and survival.
We have a long-range goal of a lodge and cabins and the caretaker cabin. We need water, we need electricity, showers, restrooms. We would like a smaller facility down by the pavilion, and we would use that for a smaller kitchen type safety area for campers while they're out there.
It's one more place where I can bring kids. And I'd like to make this a yearly thing. If the Kiwanis are down with that, then I'll bring these kids that I teach every year, I'll bring them out here every year and do a fall field trip with them. I think it'd be fun.
This is a Kiwanis campground, and we're here to help clubs, help the kids in their area. And so, every penny you donate to help us, every hour you come out here and help us in volunteer time and labor, you're helping the kids in your area. We're just an extension of your club. Look at it like that. And, let's do it the Kiwanis way. Let's band together and get this thing built, and let's help these kids.